Okay, I see you guys in chat. I see you all. Very good morning. Tempeston Dota, Mr. Joey XYZ, Bisaya Katulong, New Logic, Diane Naid, Anatan, Zentred. Good morning, everyone. Just waiting for the stream delay to catch up. There were some issues starting up the stream. I think my new stream settings might be a little bit too much, but I am streaming out at... Wow, YouTube wants you to go up to 13,500. Jesus. Only set it to 8,000, but I can increase it live? Oh, alright. Right, we've boosted it up to 15,000 kbps for stream output. So let's see if that causes issues. But I'm trying to really maximize my 1 gigabyte 1 gigabyte bandwidth. So I'm trying to overload it. Event horror stories, real nasty. There is some stuff, but it's not stuff I can really talk about either. But it was nasty. But there was some stuff there, yes. Not that I can talk about it, sadly. We are also live on Facebook and YouTube. Facebook probably has the lowest quality. YouTube seems to have the best, because YouTube is pushing me to send out even more data, which is kind of cool. Didn't expect that from Google, from Alphabet. Okay, I hate this bloody... Something keeps changing it back to just chatting every time I start a stream again. Good day, Yuhang. How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing good, my friend. Team Essence Luminous. Let's go, Essence. Let's see. I think Boom is a little bit shaky. There is a world where I see Essence actually taking this over Boom. Facebook we get only 1440p. I mean 1080p. Twitch should have a 1440p option. Let me know if that looks good. YouTube has it as well, and we should be able to downscale all the way down to 160p if need be. Let's go Talon. Heck yeah. But that's later on in the day, of course. The winner will face off against Talon. Still a ways off from loading in, around 4 minutes. We're just going to be chilling a little bit here. Is it true Filipinos are capable of multiplying, like 23 said? If so, real-time mitosis in grown individuals is an incredible feat. Somewhat, to an extent. Diane Naid, how's your throat condition? It's alright. I still have a little bit of a cold, though. Still a little bit of a cold. And I just kind of woke up 30 minutes ago. So... yeah, we're still kind of waking up. Still kind of waking up here, guys. I mean, Talon had one Filipino. Turned into 2, but that's probably the upper limit for Talon. You know? But there was an era where that was kind of true. But also, I guess if you look back, maybe some of those trades were, you know, like teams facing issues. I think the T1 trades were certainly probably the worst. I don't think those were necessary at the peak of Tier 1. Of T1. I think T1, yeah, I mean, like, dropping 23 was a pretty big, what? You know? Right, a minute away until we get into that draft, hopefully. Jolas Solazo, hello. Again, if you're struggling with Twitch bitrate, there is a YouTube and Facebook stream as well. And those should run fine. Facebook's probably the lowest quality, so maybe don't bother with that one. This should be interesting. Kukui is up against Boom. Boom managing to clear out the Chicken and Friends. Very good news for them. As it looked a bit shaky in the first game we watched, but it did steadily improve. I'm curious to see if something like Abaddon slides through. I feel like Abaddon has very much risen into the top tier as an offlane or even pause 1. Yeah, borrowed time, not false promise. I don't know why I keep saying false promise, man. It's not like Oracle's been relevant for at least a long time, outside of, like, Insania. It just feels more... It feels also thematically correct for Abaddon, you know? Let's see, my timer says soon. Game has not caught up in Dota TV. Delay. So, I have to wait a little bit for that one. Still nothing. And good morning. I really did just wake up. I set alarms. I did not. I mean, I woke up, then I turned off the alarm. So I'm like, that's kind of dumb. Yeah, it should be showing soon. I mean, I did see the guys, and it would be a spoiler if we looked at my friend list, but hey. Okay, I don't want to spoil the draft. I see everyone. I don't want to spoil that crap. Chill out a little bit. Nef Sensei's live? What the hell is this guy doing up and not casting some qualifiers? Oh, he is casting qualifiers. This is a wild card against Matey. Make sure to check out Nef Sensei as well. What the weirdo! You missed the casting. Should have cast the rest of the games. Sorry, I was pretty tired. Like, I was actually dying at that time, and the family wanted to do something. So we are in We are in for Boom Esports up against Cuckoo's Essence. It's been a little bit touch and go for the side of Boom. Perma Mike, where are you? You don't have time to do a community cast? I miss you. Would I go to Kick if they made an offer? Right now, I have no financial incentive to do so. I'll be frank. Like, Twitch treated me well, although now, without their Philippine division, it's kind of... But I would be open to it, but I'd have to have a reason. Just got home? Oh, yeah, nah. Welcome back from your service. Thank you for your service, as the Americans like to say. My good friend. Bernie, hello, over there on YouTube. And again, we've got that draft on hand. Boom Esports do ban out the Puck and the Zeus. Cuckoo's Essence take care of the Lena, the Bounty Hunter, the Nyx Assassin, and the Abaddon. So, Abaddon being taken out. Dawnbreaker still in the pool. DK to an extent, I guess. Alchemist still there as well. Phoenix still in there, and the Phoenix has been... Ipul. Mr. FBZ. Let's get himself the offlane Doom very early on.
10 seconds left.
What else are we seeing here? First pick for Cuckoo's Essence. What are they going to want? They're not going to get an Abbot Hero straight away. Wow, actually very interesting. They could have gotten an Abbot Hero right away. If not a bot, of course, for Cox. Oh, that's nasty. Bristleback coming out first pick here for the side of Cuckoo's Essence. Not that it doesn't make any sense. This hero has been top tier as well. It's risen back to the top. Highly durable, lots of damage. Two facets feel incredible. Seeing Red and Snot Rocket. And I think there's an argument for both. Cuckoo's Essence will have to ban out stuff like maybe Shadow Demon. I mean, Doom is already there anyhow, but you might have to ban stuff like Shadow Demon PA. I think those are the cores that feel pretty awful for Bristle. Viper has just been kind of dead. Razor is an interesting possibility, but it hasn't really been picked either. So I'm not expecting anything like a Razor pickup anytime soon. Dawnbreaker being banned out by Boom Esports, so they are expecting this for Abbot. And the PA is banned out, so that core matchup is gone. Now, where do you go? Because I feel like you pick yourself a Shadow Demon, right? So you have another kind of break outside of the Doom, relieving some of the pressure on FBZ. And there's some interesting possibilities. I feel like, legitimately, Bloodseeker could be decent into that. I think Bloodseeker with his pure damage shard, even though that's been nerfed to hell, is consistent output. Onto the Bristle, there's Lifestealer as well, which could be fine. Lifestealer doesn't feel like the worst thing in the world either. So, yeah, I think it's pretty open. I've got encoding lag. I've lost 952 frames. That's disappointing. Good morning, Posterior Known. Maybe just Shaman. Shaman could be good as well. Shadow Demon or Shaman could be good. For Cuckoos, what are they going for? To go for the Phoenix if it's left in the pool. You've seen how devastating the Phoenix can be. Edu first. Morning, John. Why are you not casting EU? I'm a little bit too sick to try to stay up in the time zone. Not gonna lie. I'm already pretty sick to try to cast these, but we're doing it for the people.
5 seconds remaining.
You know, we're doing for you guys. But I like the Phoenix. I think Phoenix Bristleback has looked really damn good. Great here to play with the healing aspect of everything. Anzer Mesh, what's up? Get the Clockwork out for Boom Esports, which can kind of make a Phoenix cry. Doesn't really deal with Egg, but Battery Assault is pretty nice to have. And the cogs can be annoying for Phoenix. Not the easiest dive out in most circumstances. So I'm liking that. C Dota is best Dota trash talk on all the way. That is true. The Dota trash talk from Southeast Asia really can't compare to anything else. Boom Esports will go for the Pugna. So we're looking at a Tim's Clockwork Doom. Maybe not my favorite lane. I honestly wouldn't mind a Tim's Pugna. But that hasn't looked hot. That hasn't looked hot when we have seen it. I don't think Tim's have had the best games on Pugna. And that's not me dissing him, right? What do I think about Nigma right now after Ghost joined? They look so strong right now. Or is this just about Kuroki? I don't think it's about Kuro. I think Ghost has been strong for a long time. I think Nigma has looked impressive in tournaments where the roster takes subs. And I feel like it's just I think it's good. I think Nigma's always had that. I think the rest of the squad's always been strong. They just need this identity. And I honestly think Kuro's coach has been amazing. So, you know, let's see.
Boss.
Good morning, Tutits. And Anzermesh got to put it in tiers. And CS2, it's French Dota 2 would be Philippine teams against each other. That is true. Is Posture being highest net worth becoming meta right now? I think we've been... I mean, we see that with Talon at the very least specifically, right? Like the WS does get priority. Oh, Kukui's Essence, it's a lion. And they've got the Terrorblade on hand as well, so it could be an Abat TB, but likely just a Cox TB off lane. And you end up with like this Terrorblade Lion lane, which is actually pretty damn cool. Mind you, picking... I mean, Lion into like Pugna is kind of interesting because defensive decreps can grief your team. And you can see I've got some really ratty shirts with loose collar lines. But it's fine, we're good. But yeah, I love Lion. I've been having a lot of Lion games. I think I'm slowly creeping up to the level 30. So that's kind of nice. Boom Esports for their part. Need to pick up cores. I mean, you see Bristleback TB. Slark is an interesting possibility that literally none of these heroes deal with. Bloodseeker could be interesting as well. So, I like both ideas. I maybe like Slark a little bit more. It's safer. But I honestly don't mind Bloodseeker. It's just that I don't know if it's good enough.
Radiance ban.
We go to Morphling instead, which is pretty much the safer bet overall. Turn into Bristle, turn into Lion. You've got some magical damage going into the Terrorblade. I'm curious to see what Boom Esports will get from Mac on mid. For Kukui's Essence, you do have decent hold for the Morphling, but it's mainly on the line. You're going to have to go Essence Eater here as well, and just to try to make that lane a little bit painful. Edu first. I mean, the offlane TB has been around in Southeast Asia for a while. I think Execration with Tino was actually one of the first teams that really ran it in the mainstream. I think Southeast Asia was actually among the first to run Terrorblade off, if I could say so. I believe after Execration started running it, other teams did, especially when Execration went to Elite League, Season 1, Season 2, some stuff like that. So, it's one of that.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiance ban.
Yaya Mandua, we have had... I think Polaris at some point ran like TBAM, and they were the first to run Terrorblade support. At very least, CML played it, and it didn't look flash hot, but he did get reflection. It just didn't feel good in the Pause 5. See the last few bans. Kotl being banned out by Boom Esports and Essence. Kukui's Essence to ban out the Pangolier and the Earth Spirit. So we're taking care of our Mac and our Mel. Our Mac and our Mel heroes here. Oh, shice. I forgot to jump into Discord. We do close out with the Tiny ban, and the Shaker comes out for Boom Esports. That is something I like to see for Mac. I think this hero, you've cleared out most of the awful matchups. Maybe Quap is still left in the pool. Quap is Lena banned? Lena's banned, so Quap's probably the worst one there. So I don't know if you're going to go for Queen of Pain. There's some quirky choices here for Armel, but chances are you're not picking stuff up like OD, not in a match like this. Invoker could be nice. I like that idea here from Whoop to 1 tree. Matchup against Shaker is pretty fine. And it can be highly disruptive. You take away the mana of the Morphling with Tornado EMP. It's not going to be a fun time for Morph. He doesn't want to have to buy BKB. Kind of want to try to style on them kids, right, with Manta. You might not be left with any choice. Why Alina suddenly became hotshot? I don't think it's been because of Mikoto. I think it's been a top-tier pick for a while. I think maybe at least in Southeast Asia. I don't know when that spread around other regions, but it's been in C for a while in a few qualifiers. And that hero has, even in pubs, I think it's been like 2 months of Alina kind of being all over the place. Do you get that Invoker that you called out there, Whoop? Very nice call. The RML Voker coming out on mid, and that matchup does fit out well. End up with a Cox Terrorblade coming out. And this is where things are a little bit shaky. I think this Invoker does put a spanner in the works for what Boom Esports will want to try to do. I think it's not the easiest game for Jackie. I mean, in terms of control, it somewhat is. Like, you only have to worry about Joel on the line. He does go SNC through because you're up against Morphling. You kind of want to just apply that pressure early. Yeah, the Sunder save for Doom is pretty damn brutal there, Mike. And I'm not too sure what you're expecting your Pugna to really do here. It's going to be a little bit rough. You should be able to insta-burst down the Terrorblade, and I think that's going to be the call. But it's going to be a little bit tough once that pipe is up. So, I'm curious. I mean, picking Invoker into Pugna is weird, but it's not like it's actually that bad for Invoker nowadays. I don't think. I feel like the net ward is... Your mana cost spells aren't the worst. You have a line to just mana drain you if that's really an issue. I don't think it's actually that bad. Can be annoying, but depending on where you fight, it might not even be an issue, right? So it really depends. I feel like Invoker can kind of outrange, although you're talking about some crazy spell hits like with Tornado and shit. But I don't think it's like the biggest concern. I used to think of Invoker into Pugna being a great counter. I feel like Invoker's worst support matchup is probably just Nyx. I really just enjoy Nyx into Invoker, but again, Nyx was banned, so that's some good coverage. And I don't think it's been... I don't know. I don't think the Invoker's actually too concerned about Pugna. Decrep is going to be annoying, to be fair, especially since Invoker does right-click a little bit more. So that is it. That is one thing. It's going to be a hard lane for Doom. We'll see for FBZ. It's not the smoothest times going into a Bristol back lane, as we are getting some insane loss there. But we are going into the now. Encoder overloaded. My CPU is being used at 19%. There's no way the encoder is being overloaded. Using a faster encoding preset. Oh, hopefully. Good morning, everyone, says Abat. Ohio, Zhao says. Good lucks are coming in. And again, this is another sort of Kukui's match. What? My smooth cam is not working. Okay, well, there's something going on here. Oh, because I'm still in the record camera. There you go. There we are. Alright. Boom up against Kukuis, and this should be a fun time. Best analyst in the world, John XR, deserves to be invited to all tournaments for real, for real. Thank you, Mr. Lane St. Clair. Does AM support counter Invoker? No, don't try that at home. Let me know how stream quality is like, because I am streaming out at 1440p, so it could be overloading the CPU, but I can't imagine anything that overloads a 5800 X3D. So hey, hopefully not. Smoke out from Boom. Might be able to catch out something juicy like a bot, but the bot will just break the smoke on Tim's and kind of get into safety. It will be a 2 for 2. Nothing too exciting here in terms of bounty rune trades.
Move.
No, I think when I tab out, it stutters. Yeah, when I tab out, the game can't take it. So no tabbing. I can't read chat. So I will not be able to read chat for a little bit. Watch this mid lane matchup. Armel up against Mac. The Bisayawa up against Tagalog. Is this 2 cups of rice versus only rice? Or is it 1 cup of rice? I don't think Mac's a 1 cup of rice boy, you know? He's a little bit chunkier than that, but he's not big. So let's say 2 cups of rice man versus Unli Rice Man. And this is honestly not too bad for Shaker at level 1 to 2. Level 3, it can start to get a little bit dicey. Armel does have some tools to play. He did go elitist, so he does have lifesteal sustain coming out. Double rate band timing's pretty good, and he does have that range advantage overall. So there is that. Self-reminder to stop tabbing around. And this should be pretty stable. I'm curious again if any team is emphasizing runes here. It feels less important for Armel. More important for Mac, but even then maybe not the most important. Denies are pretty damn strong for Mac. He's getting some decent harassment under the tower. Even get the pull out early on. So again, having a fantastic time to keep stalling these creeps out. And he's applying so much pressure. Like, he's constantly looking to run up to Armel. Even just the aftershock is pretty annoying. Of course, Armel will be able to lifesteal it back up with Quas. Not the highest lifesteal early on, but there is that. And take a look at the other lanes. A very nice bottle timing here as well from Mackie. That's one thing. Again, Armel is not going to be rushing a bottle anytime soon as Invoker. There is that. Okay, I'll quickly check chat. Lane, message me. If I'm not tabbing like I'm not right now, I haven't tabbed. Is it lagging? Is the stream lagging right now? It's still laggy even when I'm not tabbing out. Okay. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of loss. Alright, hang on. We can easily change this, I do believe. Output drop down to 10,000 kbps. We're overloading everything. And this should be a little bit better. Alright. Yeah, I think we were sending out too high of a bitrate that the PC doesn't like to kind of process. So, it's fine at 10k, I guess. Alright, good. Yeah, the encoder's not overloaded. Look, I'm feeding out to tree streams, I think. I was a little bit too overconfident with a 30 Mbps encoding rate. That is actually pretty damn high for video on, like, tree streams total. So, 10 is manageable. Taking a look at that top lane, a bot is already running out of mana. Really good time for FBZ with a mana brain creep, and Ponyo is not having a great time. Forced to dive away. A bot already using those stick charges up. And this is the one beautiful thing. I think you were talking about Invoker not having a great time up against Pugna. This Pugna and Bristleback is just so damn annoying. Tims gets free regen, he's full mana up. A bot's fully empty, only has the 1 stick charge. You know, and FBZ has this mana burn creep. Like, this is perfection from Boom Esports. You know, look, we're streaming out at 1440p. I've been trying stuff. You know, I paid for this damn PC. I'm gonna use the damn PC, as I haven't really been rendering anything. So, you know, it's kind of sad and lonely. FBZ gets to pull away. And again, this is pain. Bristleback with no mana is a very sad hedgehog. Is he a hedgehog? What is he supposed to be? A porcupine? Maybe? He's a big porcupine boy if he is. Last lane down bot, you've got Cox running around. Up against Jack Boys. Jack Boys jacking Boys Cox. What? Wait, whoa. Easy there. That's a little bit too much. Why is Jackie never changed back to Jackie since that DPC fiasco. Not fiasco, but since they played around with their names here. And this is a pretty smooth lane for Cox. Like, it's not easy at all for Jackie, so that is the trade-off here. Look at that net farm differential. 11 to 6 for Jackie, 27 to 5 for Abat. Cox and Joel getting a great job done of just harassing. And it's just damn reflection. Like, you're fully agied up, you get reflected on, you don't enjoy the right clicks. I would actually say maybe Jackie should just go full strength, wait for reflection, go back to Agi? Question mark? Just to sap some of that damage away. Not that that's a real great idea anyhow. Joel cut off. This man should clear the cogs out. Zhao getting some damage in. Jackie actually showing up for this one. Has the waveform. We'll get it in. One more right click. Come on. Jackie, no uphill miss. Does get first blood. So a little bit of a slower laning start, but getting first blood feels pretty damn good. But still, the lane is atrocious. Like, this is not fun for Jackie. Cox is just taking over the lane. Already has the Wraith Band and Bracer, so he's feeling very tanky indeed. Trying to get the battery assault off, but Metamorphosis is up. Nice Earth Spike coming onto Zhao with the Blood Grenade as well. Cogs should just stall for time, but Zhao is pretty much dead here. One right click from Cox will take care of it. So again, you're seeing the power of that offlane Terror Blade, even dragging in Ponyo to try to secure that one. A little bit surprising. They've now left the Doom up against the Bristle. I mean, you are still finding farm on a bot, constantly out of mana, but doesn't matter if you're still finding last hits and getting Lotus control. Not as much. Of course, FBZ is not letting go of the mana burn creep as well. It does have some good stick charges. Rotations onto mid. Joe will hang around on the side. No wards to watch from Doom. But Timps is here as well. They do drop the Nether Ward, but that is after spell usage. So it's not like Mac is able to really do much off the back of it. He does have a bottled up shield rune. And that rotation out from the side of Kukui's Essence, not really amounting to too much. I mean, they did find a bounty, that they did, but beyond that, kind of still happy. Scans come in. I like this deep ward from Kukui's Essence, but look, the sentry's right in range. And Zhao will clear out. Overall, like, this is the one issue for Boom. It's like, this is a slow-ass game for Jackie. Like, bottom network along with Mac, which is kind of to be expected for these two cores, but not a really good spot. Mac does have stacks. He does have the slam as well if you can group these creeps up close together enough, and looks like he will get the slam. No? There you go. A lot of gold coming in. Unplanned slam. But a good shot in the arm at the very least. That catapults him to top net worth. Good stacks coming there from Boom Esports. From good old Tims. Little stutter still. Yeah, I feel like it's the encoder. Alright, let's drop her down. Drop her down. 10,000 kbps is maybe a little bit too high. Let's go down to 8. Because YouTube is telling me, oh, you know. You gotta pump that up to 13,000, it said to me on YouTube. So we're gonna be a little bit under. Hopefully the quality still looks good. There's no way I can just set it for the YouTube stream either, unfortunately. Looking to make a rotation bot. Jackie, again, not having the best of times, but does have the level 2 attribute shift, so it can be a little bit hard to kill him off. But there's a lot of heroes just focusing down here. A gate movement across instead for Boom. A bot does have his Seeing Red level 6. Jackie, don't play at low HP. Like, this the fuck you doing? Imagine one random quilt spray kills him there. Bot does TP away. They don't spot anyone down bot, so they're like, alright, probably gate movement across. And they'll go for a steady siege onto that tier 1 instead. And the side of Kukui's Essence will be able to find that bot as well. Mac. Tornado EMP connects from Armel. No mana left on our poor Shaker, but Joel just a little bit too far. And a combo a little bit too early from Armel to have the follow through from our line. So tier 1 for a tier 1 trade. Pressure starting to come out. And they do manage to kill off Cox. What the? Oh, FPZ just went across the gate. Just doomed up. Fair enough. FPZ getting work done. Is going for the Midas. Going for the maximization on Devil's Bargain to sell off that Midas later on. Max still looking for the blink. I like this. Bypasses all of it. And just gets at. Is it possible to change bitrate midstream right now on OBS? I guess it is. Because I've been doing so. Let me know if there's still any stuttering. I am keeping track. Again, like, I don't know how well the quality of the 1440p will be at 8000 Mbps, but, you know, apparently the PC can't take that much more. Alright, coolio. A nice amp damage rune for Mac. Has the slam ready and has that blink set to go, but isn't really hiding it. So, should be a well-aware. Shaker has his blink up. A bit of a movement down bot for the smoke. Well, not smoke, the ghost walkout from Armel. Want to catch out FBZ. A smoke out from Boom. To which way they go, who knows. And this is a little bit of an awkward one. You do have level 6 on Tim's, but Zhao's stuck at 4, going into 5. Getting Mac into that smoke. Armel would be big catch, but they don't manage to get detection. So he just walks past in that ghost walk. And he's perfectly fine. I am at 60 FPS. How am I at 60? I feel like Dota's just incredibly tagged. This is a 3080, a 5800 X3D. Surely both of those can run Dota at least 90 while streaming. How am I using 19% of my CPU? 19% of my CPU. I'm on CPU encoding. Why is it so taxing on Dota 2? Dota 2 CPU bound? I'm on a 5800 X3D. What is happening? Oh, it's so bad. Feels so unsmooth once you're used to like 100. Regardless, 2-1, a very slow game as everyone's just building up. FBZ now top of the net board with Arm. With Mac not too far behind. It's been a rough time for Pause 1's Jackie and Abbott actually struggling. It is going to be the Ags rush for Abbott. And he is getting room out. You know, very safe room. Deeper parts of the map here. So he should be able to start to play with a Bristleback active soon enough. And Zhao just working his way into a solo level 6. Ponyo does have that egg ready, but no mana. Amp damage rune pop. Can they get the jump onto Ponyo or anyone else? Will they get the jump? Look at Armel. Look at his angles. He's been ghost walking again. Max just digging in front. Oh, 3 water runes. 3 shovels. That is gross as they managed to get a big slam. Not enough to kill off Armel. The egg's there to cover as well. Will be able to pop. Stuns out FPZ and nothing else. They deny a water rune on Ponyo as that happens as well. We managed to get the stun. Jackie looking for an angle. FBZ does not have anything like a blink. How many bloody 4 fucking shovels? 4 fucking shovels. How is that? Huh? Huh? 4 shovels? No, it's not. This is not fair, man. You see shit like that and you're like, what the fuck? Hello, Alleluia. Yes, we do have 1440p up. I'm not sure how well it is at 8 Mbps, but it should be better. But there is 1440p. Fret not. Dota 2 is CPU bound. What should I get myself a burner of a CPU like a 14900K? I mean the 50 I thought extra cash would make it happy. But I guess not. I guess it's one of those games that actually doesn't enjoy extra cash. A shame. Walk in as construction workers with all those shovels. Smoke out from the side of Kukuis. Got no finger ready on Joel just yet, but could be a good flank out onto FBZ. Ipul, how good are your spidey senses? He does have his Watcher. He senses something's up. If that smoke breaks under the Watcher, that should be enough response time. And he will actually back off. Like that is ideal. Break the smoke. Dig away. Watcher's taken under smoke. Come on, FBZ. You should be able to tell. Oh, tornado misses from Armel. And they're forced to back off as 4. As TPs are starting to come in. And man, that's a lot of time expended. Hookshot ready on Zhao. Can he find something? FBZ's blocking his way. FBZ clearing out the way. Hookshot, not going to be a good angle out. So, rotation out for nothing. Buying more space out for these cores like Jackie. Enjoying his time in the jungle. Abbott enjoying his time in the top lane. 1 part away from his Ags here. And 1 part away for the Mantis style on Jack Boys. So you do have that going for you. A quick BKB for Matt coming out here as well. I like that. Recognizing that he just can't afford to be stunned up. I still can't get over this, man. I've never seen that shit. There are 5 shovels in the fucking game and 4 of them are in boom. How blessed can you get? How blessed? Hashtag blessed. Alright. And the catch out Ponyo. Hook shot there to ensure. Okay, the egg still comes out. Max a little bit slow. Nice Earth Spike into Hex. This egg's popping. Zhao is gone. Mac? Man, that was a little bit off, buddy. Didn't get the instant stuns off. They do get the Doom off onto Cox. Might be able to find that one. And Jackie will clean up Ponyo. Good jump onto the high. Get the clearance out. And that was a little bit awkward. But you know what? In a way, it's not bad because you forced out egg. You forced egg. So I guess in a way that's a victory. Tower will fall. Get activity out from Jackie with the full Manta style up. Meanwhile, though, a bot does have that full Ags up. Going straight for the Voodoo Mask into that Bloodstone. So not too strange here. Armel is going to walk away. They want to keep this aggression up. They want to kill Armel. Sentries drop down. They'll find Zhao. Cogs out. Great slam from Mac onto 2. Was hit by Fire Spirits, so can't get the right click off with the enchant. Would have been nice if they could get at least one enchant totem hit in, maybe 2, but doesn't quite come in. But look, Max fully topped up again. 2 water runes. Holy! Smoke out from the side of the Kukuis. Finger at the ready. Joel Armel kind of look for an angle. Look at that long flank into the triangle. Jackie would be a prime target. Jackie walks up onto Armel. Tornado EMP combination is there with the Ice Pat as well, but still got that waveform away. No hold coming in here from the side of Kukuis as Joel couldn't get there in time. Again, just a bit of a desync here on the side of Kukuis. Senbix, I bet Jackie to get 14 kills. Thanks for the 5 bits. We'll see, man. He's going to be active soon enough. Jackie 2 in. Mid-tier 1 still standing. Bloom Esports not willing to give that one away. And the side of Kukui's Essence, well, they kind of give up. Going for the SNY now instead for Abat. And Cox does have the pipe into his own SNY. Do we have any Glimmer Cape Enjoyers here on our cores? No. Do we have Glimmer Cape Enjoyers here on any of our cores? No. Which is a little bit surprising because we saw Talon, I think, kind of going for that. Like Natsubi is going Glimmer Cape, WS was going Glimmer Cape. They have been following the European meta. As Glimmer Cape will get nerfed at some point, which makes me very fucking upset that these core players keep doing shit that breaks it for the supports. You know, Joel does not get fissured up. He is trapped though, so he's dead. Third kill for Jackie. Mac a little bit awkward, but hey, the blockage was perfect, so hey, you know, that's good enough. Everyone's still using their goddamn shovels.
Dyer's middle tower is in trouble.
You're gonna switch on FBZ, you're gonna switch on Jackie, but and they only have two tier 2s. Hookshot does fall flat.
Dyer's middle tower.
6k lead for Boom Esports as we go 5-2 in one of the most horrendously boring situations you could ask for. Abba trying to push up top with seeing red, does get fissured up, does not have a pat out, gets doomed up now as well, and this does not look good for the Bristle. Broken up, no healing, slam out as well just to make sure. FBZ will find out for himself. 6-2 now. And Roshan opens up here for the side of Boom Esports. Not going to take too long to clear this out. And the side of Kukui's Essence really can't afford to fight in the other area. And that's the one thing when you go for Terrorblade offlane. Your team fight potential is kind of dragged down. Your pressure to perform these team fights is on Armel Joel. This Armel Joel connection has been falling a little bit flat. Gate usage is scanned out. Zhao does manage to get the cogs out. Roshan is still set to fall. Can someone snag? Can anyone walk in? Earth Spike's there. Jackie will still pick it up, but Mac does fall. He managed to snipe a nice mid-kill there with Joel. The Aegis, the objective still goes the way of Boom Esports. And Kukui's Essence maybe just a little bit late on the uptake. Timing was near perfect to try for a steal. But again, the scan was on point from the side of Boom. Kukui's Essence. I mean, where do you go? I mean, you need these SNYs, you need BKBs to be up. Cox, did he buy out? Looks like he would have, but don't see nothing. Goes back for the S and Y. Didn't really buy into. Hanyo does have his Veil of Discord up, going for the Shivas, you know, trying to replicate what we saw from WS yesterday, but he is a support, so these times are way later. Tormentor just gonna fall to Jackie and Zhao. Free shard for Zhao, so he's got that jetpack going. Gonna be a bigger nuisance, and this should simplify the fights to an extent for Team Essence Kukui's. Team Kukui's Essence. As they do have that Blink Dagger up on Joel. Let's see it. Why no adaptive strike on Morphling? Because stats. Like, he's not going for Phylactery or Conda, right? So you don't need this shit. You want to up your survivability and you want more stats to play with. That's really it. I feel like, though, if you're doing this, you might as well go Strength Morph as they will. And jump Ponyo. That's a slam out for the Phoenix, but they don't want that egg to come on. Not the biggest kill in the world, and honestly, at this point, Kukui's Essence, they're starting to reel it back in despite losing. Their Phoenix constantly. Tim's does spot Cox out with a flare. They do manage to drop the Nether Ward as well, and Cox is going to try for a cheeky Sunder knock. Cast point kills him. Rear flank from a bot. Does have the Yasha, but not going to be able to make it there in time. That's a bigger kill on the core. And tower will fall as they come bot. They're trying to force the fight on the defense. Armel will walk out. Joel will not. Joel's gone. 9-3, 7k lead coming out here for Boom Esports.
Radiant's middle tower isn't looking so great.
Side of Kukui's Essence, again, still not finding much. Armel and Cox still lagging behind in farm. Only a bot kind of up there. Haven't really felt the power of this Bristleback either. Not gonna lie. Just having that break on FBZ has been more than enough, although a bot will try to pressure him out. I don't know if you really wanted to do this here. And there goes the Doom. A bot was by his lonesome. There's no backup. There's no TP point. The outputs is there. Cogs will not clip him in. And Doom is fading away though. Look at the side. A big reflection out. A hook shot onto one. Egg will fly in, but a bot is just dead. Finger does not really burst anyone down. Only Tim's to fall. And the egg not protected with fire spirits. Jack will just get some straightforward right click. Still has that Aegis going. Jackie looking for the play onto Joel. Turns into the line. Gets the Earth Spike. Gets the hexes off. And the right clicks are going to be enough. Although Fissure does fall flat. Mac going to course correct for the team. Not quite. Blink away for Joel. A 2-for-1, and you find the one hero that could maybe win this game for Kukui's Essence. You find the bot.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I honestly don't think TB offlane is bad. It's just, what are you supposed to do in this matchup? Like, he was crushing his lane against Jackie, right? But you have a Bristleback 1. And it's not like a 1 position. I mean, to be fair, I think it's more that Bristleback 1 didn't pop off in the Doom lane. You kind of played your cards right there in Boom to make sure both side lanes were kind of shite. Right, like you had the mana burn creep for FBZ, camps weren't blocked, and just kind of poke and prod really well. Jackie does not win the bounty rune trade. He should know. Armel's around the area. Silver Edge for Jackie as well. So they have more break mechanics to come in. Where are they going to be trying to jump? In fact, they found Tim's. Force Staff to save. Ghost Glimmer Cape as well, but eventually Tim's will fall. At very least, it's not Mac dying. Aegis does expire as well. So all things considered, Kukui's Essence did manage to sit out the rougher part of this game. Fat Panda, thoughts on Core's buying Glimmer?
Radiant's top tower is gone.
Pisses me off. You fucking Core players have all the fun in the world. Find something else. Stop being nerds and thinking about efficiency. Leave the Glimmers to the supports. How many times do we have to get these items nerfed? No, Force Staff nerfed to shit. Was Euless nerfed? Not completely. Glimmer Cape was nerfed to shit as well, right? Like, it was stronger before. You're getting everything for supports nerfed. It's just give him something else. Just give BKB something a little bit more. Make it 70% magic res or some shit. Like this shit at 60 is ass.
Middle tower isn't looking so great.
You know? What do I think about core player rights? Take it away. Yeah, I agree. As the Cubenad. Does Ricky Shard disable self-cast? No. I mean, well, it silences you, so.
Dire's bottom tower is in trouble.
As self-cast for staff? No, it doesn't stop that. It stops everyone else from outside helping you. Jackie will take a tier 2 for free, and this is pretty boring, not gonna lie. 11 to 5, 6, 7k lead. A very straightforward game for Boom Esports, no complications whatsoever. They will smoke up. FBZ has his own Veil up. Shiva's not too far off. Ponyo has been waiting for the recipe gold. He does have it, so Shiva's on Phoenix, but it doesn't feel amazing considering this game. Look at this. Smoke gonna line up. Rocket Flare's gonna find it to jump Ponyo first. They don't want that egg to be a factor, and it isn't. It's all about cracking eggs. As the side of Kukui's Essence will just try to shove out while they can. Side of Boom Esports want to shove it onto that mid, and they'll be able to do so. Another qualifier, another Boom versus Talon finals, it does seem like. Mac hangs out in the wrong part of the map, can't even BKB. FBC comes in, they want to be able to punish. They should be able to find Joel with some simple right clicks. Can they find anything more? Abot is pretty damn speedy. No blink up. Zhao has the hook shot, but no. They have the dust. Rocket Flare does not connect, and Abot already TP's home. Caramel should be fine as well. Pretty big kill for the side of Kukui's Essence. And finding Mac is nice, but not quite. Stream's still a little bit choppy. I mean, it does look like we are getting skipped frames. Let me see if I can actually change it to custom to encoder preset faster at 8000. Okay. Apply and okay. That might be a little bit better. I was going on fast, which is as little compression as possible, but in 60 FPS. Anyway, yeah, Cookie Assassins are keeping themselves in the game. Boom are being very careful, of course. They don't want to throw away game 1 and the lower bracket finals.
Radiant's middle tower isn't looking so great. For me. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Armel being chased down by Jack Boys, but Jackie's not gonna get detection himself, of course. So they don't really find anything. I really should adjust these the smooth cam tracking. This is a little bit too aggressive from the defaults of JJ. This is very aggressive indeed. Actually, I should smooth out the smooth cam. Roshan will go the way of Boom Esports. War is there. The side of Kukui's Essence are in the side. They do show themselves here. A bot just runs into a Roche by himself. They've got Doom ready. They've got Mac coming in. He's got Slam ready. Only a level 2 Slam mine. Joel on the hunt for someone. Could he actually be looking for Mac? Good blockage off. The Slam is nice in the middle, and Ponyo. No egg again. Here comes Joel though. Nice Earth Spike out. Nice Hex. They managed to get the BKB off onto a bot, but he's already doomed up. Mac having to BKB as well and having to try to run. Starting to drop a little bit low in the front lines, but they've already lost those 2 supports. Sunder's out from Cox. Getting that save onto a bot.
Double kill.
The bot will be able to live for another day. There goes that Sunder into the Doom. But are they going to be able to run? Rocket Flare does connect, keeping track, but the side of Boom Esports aren't even going to bother. They're going to TP down bot, clear out the creep wave, go into Roshan. And you're fairly happy. Again, no one dying on Boom. You blow up Ponyo. This is really where shit's hitting the fan. Me and Hermeses Mike talked a lot about this yesterday, but There is no game for this Phoenix. I mean, he has a bloody Shiva's card, and we haven't seen an egg at all. No egg whatsoever. And you know me, I enjoy eggs. I like eggs. I like him over easy. Real delicious stuff. Head into a restaurant, head to a hotel breakfast, ask for an over easy, but
Radiant's courier just got put down. Who lets an animal wander around a battlefield?
starting to feel like this is over easy for Boom. They do get the get across, dodging out this moving out from Kukuis. Just haven't really felt the presence for heroes. I mean, Abad's doing a fantastic job of keeping up the farm. It's about 1k gold behind, 1.1k. All things considered, considering this game state, it's not that bad. But it's just kind of ugly. You know, like, where's the team fight supposed to be? How are you supposed to set up this egg? How are you supposed to protect this egg? It's so much pressure on Armel and Joel to kind of get that work done. Now you've got to deal with FVZ actually having a mobility tool up with a blink. And be able to get in there, get the dooms off in the way they'd want to. And yeah, it's just a rough go right now. For the side of Kukuis. As high ground begins. Roche banner dropped. Fortifies there. A bot's gonna try to walk his way there. If someone had a 4-staff. If Tim's was feeling frisky, that's just a 4-staff forward. He managed to get the cogs. Force the BKB out early. The banner will fall, but that's a BKB used up on a bot. Backline vision being maintained by Zhao. And Jackie just gets to work on the racks anyhow. Oh, insta jump in on Mac, trying to blow up the lion, but the egg does actually manage to fly on. TP away from Mac. Ponyo still dies. Jackie might be able to feed that Aegis away. As Mac just did the weirdest shit I've ever seen. TP's home in the BKB in the middle of the fight. Not having the confidence the egg will be broken. A little bit strange. Like, if he stayed in that fight, you might have been able to kill off like more. A little bit strange. Coming out here from the side of Boom. They'll at least keep their gem here on the side of Kukui's Essence. Ponyo's gem still on hand. Jackie just going for the Conda. I honestly feel like if you got literally no points in Adaptive Strike, just go Daedalus. But I guess he's a little bit worried about the fatter crits on Reflection if his Manta's down. Anyway, tier 3 does fall. The rack's not going to take too long. Without the egg, your team fight presence, it's really not there outside of just Armel. Earth Spike's nice though. Hook shot onto the side, does manage to catch out. Big Chief. They will not commit. They'll just take the racks, they'll back off. Boom Esports play discipline here. Still have the Aegis though on Jackie and the bot. Trying to run around here. Jackie. Will he be able to get a right click off? No. Sentries are down as well to keep track. But a very precipitous spot now for the side of Kukui's Essence. This is not going to be the best of times here. Nice EMP dodge on Jack, boys. Onto the high ground we go. And be able to dig into that objective. Hook shot into the back line. Zhao comes in with Mac, trying to blow up Joel, but the Sunder is up. Still the Doom. That's going to give good clearance to no saves for a bot. Gonna be able to run out. Jackie is set to fall. 1 life down. Egg does pop on. Is the timing perfect for the pop? No, there's time here to just waveform away. They lose Aegis, but they find another tier 3. No racks this time for the side of Boom Esports, and that's probably the ideal for the side of Kukui's Essence. In fact, let's smoke. No egg this time. bot. Trying to get frisky with a hairball. Moving forward with Joel, isolating away Zhao. Zhao will get blown to pieces, but Armel's traded away in exchange in the side. They go all in for the support kill. They lose that key invoker. Buyback forced out onto Armel. Trying to Sunray down Jackie right now with a bot playing up front. Good Earth Spike again from Joel, trapping up FBZ, but who are you trapped with? It's with Jackie, it's with FBZ. Still trying to find punish. Buyback on Joel. They want to find anything as they'll kill off Tim's. Sunstrike does not connect, keeping that chase up. If they find Jackie here, he has no BKB, he has no Manta. He has no waveform. Jackie, just dead. No buyback on Jackie as he fully bought out the Silver Edge. With the Scotty, actually. He bought out the Scotty. My, oh my. Kukui's Essence find themselves a little bit of an opening. Just the buybacks in. A little bit awkward for Kukui's Essence. And to be fair, someone has to respond to their tier 4s here. At least the siege creeps are hitting some stupid ass building instead. Cox will take care of this. We'll find a mid tier 2, but they can't go for more. But goodness gracious me, boom. Getting a little bit reckless there. And it looked good. It felt good, right? Like you're fighting in without egg. You know there's no egg to worry about, but
Dyer's middle barracks are in trouble.
very touch and go. And this kind of goes back to what we're saying here. It is touch and go for Boom Esports. They look good, but sometimes it's going to be a little bit rougher. We'll take the Tormentor, a nice shard for Tim's, so he can go ham now on that Nether Ward.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
20-9 still though. Boom Esports are still in control of this game with 1 racks up. You just need to kind of close it out. Oh man, there's something that smells really good for lunch here. Oh goodness, I'm hungry now. Ooh, smell of fried garlic. You know what, the best thing in the world is just the smell of fried garlic and onions. You guys ever experienced that? You know, like, it makes me all, it makes me appreciate that great French song.
Radiant's bottom tower isn't looking so great.
The chanson d'oignon. De l'oignon. Great song, you know, it goes like, what are the lyrics of that? Chanson de l'oignon. What are the lyrics? It's a banger song. Can you imagine a bunch of soldiers marching in line, just singing about loving fried onions? J'aime l'oignon, frit la huile, j'aime l'oignon, quand il est bon. J'aime l'oignon, frit la huile, j'aime l'oignon, j'aime l'oignon. Opa, camarade, opa, opa, opa. Opa, camarade, opa. I love onions. Ah, man, I'm hungry. That smells good. What also smells good is this game. At 39 minutes in, 20-9, Kukui's Essence hanging in there. And they have found angles back in when they get this egg working. When they split up the fight. And kind of wait out these big ultimates, right? Like if Doom fades away, if the slam doesn't connect to a burst down kill, then you kind of have a game to play with here on Kukui's Essence. In fact, Boom Esports are the ones playing super conservative now. Why do I know that song? Why do you know that? One word, or 3 words. Girls und Panzer. As they jump in, Echo Slam onto 2. The egg flies on, but Cox is gone. Blown apart as Armel getting the die back on him as well. And the egg doesn't even last. Triple kill for Jackie. Going for more. Looking for Joel. The Doom's up on a bot, but he's going to be able to run away and fade away on that Doom. Buybacks onto 2. No egg. Sunder is there. That's 1 more axe going. And Mac with that initiation, slam onto 2. They get the refresh Doom out onto a bot. They'll find it a rampage for Jackie as the GG's called. No big buybacks left. Cox can't do it by himself. Flimsy attempt out from Cox. As Boom Esports will take game number 1 in the lower bracket final. And Kukui's Essence Unfortunately, getting a little bit run down there. But very well played out from Boom. Again, getting a little bit conservative towards the end of that game, but you can see why. There were still angles there for the side of Kukui's Essence. Look, I'm reaching for that low-hanging fruit here. We're trying. But yeah, that's game number 1. Great plays out from Boom. I think the Bristleback playing into Doom was just not great. I love this idea from FBZ. Just stay on the mana burn, creep, burn away his mana. You're going to get an even lane. A bot was kind of struggling, and so was Jackie. To be fair, Jackie had no lane as well up against Cox with a reflection, but Jackie was a lot faster in jungle. That's something you always have to remember with Jackie. Like, even if he comes out of lane looking absolute dog shit, right? Like, his laning looks atrocious. Give him 10 minutes in the jungle, and he is just, man, he goes hard. One could say Jackie's farm. I mean, look at this shit. Right, play net worth of 10. Jackie's behind Armel. Give him 5 minutes, and he's above everyone else. Right? Like, look at that. This is exactly what I'm saying. Look, 5 minutes into the game, roundabouts. Jackie's below Armel. He's bottom network core. 10 minutes in, him and Abat are struggling. Give him 5 minutes, and he's above everyone. I mean, Abat also caught up, but at 20 minutes, eclipses. Like, Jackie knows how to farm. Jackie knows how to farm, and Jackie knows how to find fights that favor him. I think if you're Kukui's Essence, you're going to have to look for a way to counteract this. You're going to have to think twice about this Bristleback pickup with the Doom left available, because it feels like that answer is really damn good in lane. But yeah, well played out to Boom. And wow, we dropped 5.8% of frames from skip frames. All right, I'm going to drop the compression quality, but we'll try some combinations there. And well played to Boom, taking game number 1. We'll take a short break. I'll try to figure out where the onion smelt's coming in, because that smells delicious. And we'll be right back for game number 2. Oh, that's the wrong button. All right, ladies and gents. We are back. Game number 2 between Kukui's Essence and Boom Esports.
10 seconds left.
And again, Boom took game 1 in a very dominant fashion. So I'll have to see if Kukui's Essence can figure something out here. Game number 2 to try to bring us into game 5.
Radiant's ban.
Ban out the Lena Bounty Hunter, Nyx Assassin on Kukui's Essence end. What else will you ban out? And take care of the Abaddon as well, because they... Yeah, it's just a really strong hero right now. For Boom Esports, they ban out the Puck, Bat Rider, and Zeus, and they'll go back into Doom. Why not? It's a great hero coming out there for FBZ. Into the Bristle again, Kukui's Essence. Just want to pick the Bristle up. I don't know about that. I actually don't know about that one. It does feel like...
10 seconds remaining. Dire's ban.
Feels like maybe a little bit of a bait.
Radiant's turn to ban.
So, I'm not sold on this one. Because we already saw what FBZ could do in lane. Right? Like, we saw what he could do in lane. When he did have... When he did have the mana burn creep, right? Like so.
Dire's choice.
I'm not sure. We see the Dusa and TV banned out. We see the PA banned out by Kukui's Essence, and they get the Clockwork. So they get the Clockwork this time. That could be the difference maker. They get that pesky hookshotter, clock, cog dropper on their end.
10 seconds remaining.
That can make the difference.
5 seconds remaining.
Taking that tool away here. Get the Phoenix out for Boom Esports. So a little bit of a switcheroo. You get the Phoenix out for Boom. They're keeping it red-orange. Let's see what else is red-orange. Line. Swap that support duo out. Get the Line on Boom Esports end. They'll get the Tusk. So they break that color combination. But Tusk can be quite nice. I'm curious to see what they decide to do with it. So we're looking at probably just a Zhao Phoenix and a Tim's Tusk with FBZ Doom.
10 seconds left.
Mind you, we haven't seen as much of the Tusk especially since the nerfs came out to Drinking Buddies, but this here can still be good. I think people are back to tag team, depending on what lane you're looking at. So I'm curious to see what exactly the plan would be here. Kukui's Essence looking for their own double picks now. They still have options like, say, Lion, Shadow Demon still there. They could look for mid. Watching from Batangas. Thank you very much. Neil Armel Castillo.
Radiant's pick. Dire's pick.
Timbersaw comes in. And a Shadow Shaman is a support of choice here for Kukui's Essence. So, very strong single target control. And a really decent push. I like Timbersaw to deal with Doom, to an extent Phoenix as well. I think the Shadow Shaman is going to be very annoying. You don't have the best AoE coming out here from Boom Esports. You don't have the option for the Zeus either. So you don't have that easy clear of the cluster cluck. You're probably going to be looking for just a safe lane pick at this point. TA comes out. Jackie TA potentially. And an offhand chance of a Mac TA. Do I think they'd get the big snake? I want to see it because it's a hilarious thing to see, but Cluster Cluck is way too strong. Cluster Cluck is way too strong. Like, there's no way you can justify...
Radiant's turn to ban.
You can justify skipping out Cluster Cluck. No way.
Seconds left.
Last few bans. See the Kotl Respect ban from Boom Esports, not wanting Armel to be comfy. And for the side of Essence, Kukui's Essence, what are they banning out? Probably looking at Mac mids. Pangolier is still there, although Pango, I guess, into Timbersaw Bristle can be a little bit meh. Maybe less so to the Bristle, certainly more so to that Timbersaw. Shaker also taking out of the picture because of that. Is there something like, say, a Void Spirit pickup? Yeah, they banned a Shaker. Earth Spirit still there. Quap. Is it crazy to say OD? How crazy is it to say for Boom Esports to pick an OD? Because they're into Bristleback Timb. I don't think it's bad, no?
5 seconds remaining.
I don't think OD is bad.
Dire's banned.
Is it a good hero? No. They banned the Pangolier. But I don't think it's bad. I mean, I know OD is long gone, but this, if there was ever an OD game, feels like it would be it. DK mid's also an option if you kind of wanted to go that route here for the side of Boom Esports. So you are looking for their last ban.
5 seconds, boss.
Invoker for Armel, perhaps, although I don't know if they'd go back into that with Timbersaw Bristle. Ban out the Tiny instead. And they pick up the Earth Spirit. Yeah, and last stable option on the mid left here for Boom Esports. Mac does enjoy rolling around. And things go well, he won't need to roll upstairs. At very least. Have that chat with Mushi.
10 seconds remaining.
Kukui's Essence for their part. Looking for that last pick for Chief Armel.
5 seconds remaining.
2 Cups of Rice versus Only Rice mid matchup. What are you looking for here? What's left? Quap, Void Spirit, I guess. Quap's really the only one that's standing out. I don't know if you go for Primal Beast mid. That felt like a dead. That feels like a dead hero. Invoker. It's still up there, I guess, if you want that. Go for the Ember Spirit. So the Ember Spirit versus Earth Spirit matchup. Excuse me. It's an alright matchup. It's something we used to see a lot more before. Mac does stay on Resonance as well, as you would want that extra damage. I would say this is maybe a little bit easier for the Ember Spirit. But I'm curious to see how this goes. You do get the Void Blades out for Jack, as he's got that spill damage to play with rather than the Refractor. And you do end up with Tim's on the Tusk. So, I don't know. You take away this Tusk TA that could come out in safe lane, which does make me a little bit sad. But you do end up with pretty decent time on your Doom lane. I'm not sure about going back for the Bristle, but I think the coverage with Timbersaw is kind of interesting. I would lean towards Boom just a little bit. I feel like this TA is actually in a pretty happy spot. Ember can kind of counteract it to an extent. But like the minus armor plays are going to be big. It does feel like you don't have an easy way of burning through outside of like Flame Guard and Ember Spirit in general. So yeah, I think Boom has the edge. We'll have to see as we do head into the game. We're getting encoding lag again. I'm trying some different settings. All right.
You got this.
So we are. I'm trying to see a way to force out 10,000 kbps. It looks like it really doesn't like that. All right, back to 8. Okay. Okay, Secret Zhao. Oh, Zhao is asking if everything's okay with Cox and whoever his girl is. About to saying he has a date later. Mac is asking if his 300,000's already alright. Zhao saying, if only for everyone. Dinner dates. Abat is asking for his subs from Januel. And all he can say is sorry. Happy Valentine's Day as well to anyone there that does have a significant other. Good job for you guys.
Oh, now I feel 30 seconds to
Did quality drop? Let me see it. Did it drop to just 720p? Oh, it does feel really choppy, eh? The hell is this? Yeah, the encoder's acting up again. Hang on. It's already gone super fast.
May the best team win.
Okay, super fast it is. Yeah, the encoder really doesn't like this. I have to do some research how to force it to run better. And you know what? We'll just drop it down to 6,000 kbps again. I feel like that's been the best at very fast. Alright. So it's a pretty compressed 1440p, but hey. No first blood yet. Joel does get bullied out a significant amount. Januel should have himself a fun time. Oh, he does actually go for hotspot as well. Rather interesting. Not what we tend to see. Alrighty. Some trades here, and again, I've dropped the encoder settings down a little bit. Let's see if that helps. Okay. Looks like it's holding steady for now. Zhao does get blood grenaded, but does get to walk away. This top lane's going to be interesting because Jackie shouldn't be under pressure. Right? Like, he can play early on. Level 1 to 2 is kind of meh for the Timbersaw. Although, to be fair, you're never going to get reactive anyhow. Maybe a value point at best here for Cox. Ideally, nothing. So there is like this aggressive time that can come in for Cox and for Joel. Like, you have a lot of hold here. You've got the shackles that can come in. You've got the hex there as well. You've got plus your cluck saves. I'd say this is a pretty decent lane for the Cuckoos to play into. And this Phoenix TA is not the most synergistic. Outside of land fire spirits and try to poke. Let's see what happens. In fact, I'd say the poke is far greater in Zhao, as they do manage to get that chain forward, and Cox knows how far he can push himself here. Over on mid lane, of course, you're seeing Mac up against Armel, and this is a very good time for Armel. A pretty rough time for Mac, which, again, is to be expected with this matchup. Like, Ember Spirit versus Earth Spirit is not the best for Earth Spirit. Armel can always just go for chains and sleight of fist. There's no dodge mechanic here for Mac. So you are just able to bully out. You have the boulder kicks at the very least to kind of help you out there. Armel's not going to be too bad off, considering these kinds of trades, especially once his Blightstone's up. Elsewhere on the map, a little bit of poking and prodding from Tims and FBZ onto Ponyo. Ponyo is getting to play that clockwork himself now in the bot. is able to play that Bristle to a better effect. Like, there's no early creep here for FBZ, no mana burn creep. Kind of tried to bully out, so you have some more laning presence here for the Bristle. Which means he actually gets to cast spells, actually gets to apply pressure, last it safely. And that is where the good stuff is. Okay, let me know if it's still lagging. Again, I've kind of changed my settings around. I went down to 6,000 kbps again. Looks like I did drop some a while ago. And still am. We're curious why. Maybe I should try using NVENC, but I feel like NVENC plus NVIDIA Broadcast tends to kind of kill it. Don't know if I have a VRAM for it either. A bot does get trapped up with the shards. They're getting some good damage in from FBZ and Timson. They'll get first blood again on a bot. Going a little bit too far forward in lane, not respecting the shards and not respecting that level 2 Scorched Earth. Does cost him. Big win coming out from Boom already in that laning phase. We're going to be feeling very damn good about that early on. Mac forced to walk all the way to pick up his bounty rune on the other side. As he is, again, just struggling in this mid lane so far. We'll have a water rune to play with as well, at the very least. So going to be fully reset. Giving a lot of free space out to Armel. Level 5 now on the Ember. Still at level 4.5 on the Earth Spirit. 10 CS behind. And his level 6 spike for Armel is going to cause some havoc here. Still a bit of Kale. Damn it. Trying to figure this shit out. Can I switch to... Will it actually just let me switch to NVENC? Oh, it can. Let's go NVENC P4 8000. You know what? Let's go at NVENC slowest. I have confidence that 3080 can do this, right? You guys are my test experiment. Okay, we switch to NVENC. And you know what? It's actually a little bit better. What? I'm trying a 1440p stream just for the heck of it. So let me know. It's on NVENC. And it still has encoding issues. Maybe I'm getting too ambitious with like high quality NVENC. Change that down to medium. Apply okay, as they are starting to get some medium pressure onto Cox. Ponyo will fall down bot, and it's a runaway lane so far for FBZ. At the very least, the top is a pretty decent lane for Jackie as well, as they do force the Cluster Cluck Hex out. Not much more beyond that. I think I'm getting 60 FPS, man. Alright, let's change it down to fast. Stream lagging still. Okay, wait, let's reset that again. Let's see. We're playing around with some encoder settings, trying to get it in the sweet spot. Does look like it does not like encoding 1440 PS. Mac is caught out with this rotation from Ponyo and Armel. In that early level 6, will bully out. Again, this mid lane for the Earth Spirit's just not amazing. Yeah, no, this is not.
Dyer's middle tower isn't looking so great.
The rune of regeneration.
We'll go fastest.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
See if that helps.
Dyer's fortified their buildings.
Mid being shoved in now off the back of that kill. And again, Armel's had the best lane out of anyone on the side of Cuckoo's Essence. Mac has just not had a game so far. Gets chained up. Joel comes in with a Hex. They've got the Shackles up as well. This is really not going to take long. Live, die, repeat is the call for Mac, but he does hit 6. Trying to get some Magnetizes going. He'll get rooted up again, and he's doing his best. Great snowball save coming out there from Tim's. And the Magnetize actually does work. They'll be able to find 2 supports. Armel will be able to back off in nick of time. Still lagging, huh? Checking the stats as they get the Doom off onto Armel. FBZ with a rotation in. Should be able to find us no problem, and they will.
They won't like that. 2 down.
Man, it really doesn't like high FPS, huh? High compression, so I guess we just don't do 1440p next time. Let's go with fast and down to 8000. Maybe that's good.
The dusk is always ready for a fight.
Encoding lag OBS. Alright, let's see if that's any better. But I'm getting poked out by FBZ. And again, a smooth start so far for Boom Esports, and a little bit more of a struggle for Kukui's Essence outside of just bullying Mac to oblivion. But Cox is also bullied out to oblivion as well on this Timbersaw. A much slower start for the Timbersaw than you'd like to see. They are grouping up on mid, trying to get a bit of a shove in. As I double check.
Dyer's middle tower is in trouble.
Yeah, no, I can't adjust stream settings, so. Like, it's already locked in.
Dyer's middle tower.
We can't change the canvas size either as they go onto Ponyo. He's dead. The tier 1 will still fall, but they're looking for the rolls out onto Armel. He does manage to dodge out the snowball.
Dyer's middle tower.
And the Magnetize will not be reapplied. Mid tower denial, though, is pretty damn big for Boom Esports, and they still maintain a 2-6 lead. They're buying a lot of space out for FBZ and Jackie. These guys are having a very fun time. It looks like the encoder issues have kind of solved itself at 8,000 and fast. So hopefully that quality looks good. They will lose Tims as Joel makes that move forward, and now Mac again. The Earth Spirit that does not have a game gets the kick outside, is stuck in the cogs, getting healed up by Chowdo. That heal is enough. That hotspot actually getting some work done here early on. Let me double check by actually watching 1440p 60. It looks a little bit chopped. It looks a little bit scuffed. Alright, I'm gonna just drop everything a little bit. Looks very scuffed indeed, guys. Apologies. No, NVENC, I'm worried because I'm using NVIDIA Broadcast for noise and camera. It is actually... I've had issues with it when I use Broadcast. So I'm trying to relieve the pressure on our GPU. And that's one of the reasons why I jumped into a 3080 from the 2080 Super. Broadcast is pretty resource heavy. Making moves top, Cox trying to cut through the waves, getting what farm he can. And should be able to TP up, but no. Snowball's there from Tims. TP is ready to go, but can he find an angle? He will try, but the damage is there, and Mac gets that roll on. 3-7.
Dyer's top tower is in
Side of Boom Esports. Starting to get boom all over them. You know what? I feel like NVENC is actually worse than when I was using the CPU. Let's go back to software. Fast. Very fast. 6,000. That is a little bit better than this. Alright. Getting the jump out onto Joel. We'll get the cluster clucks going, but Mac will find it. And Mac is caught up. After an atrocious game, he's above Cox in net worth, right behind Armel in net worth, considering that great lane matchup for Mr. Mel. We'll try to find more. Snowball to try to save Tims, but they'll be able to bounce back onto Ponyo. Magnetize getting applied as well. Hook shot to safety for Ponyo. Rock kick not going to connect from Mac. And they'll just stop there. But again, all of this movement across the map is just freeing up this game for FBZ. Already has the drum, still working onto that Midas. You've got the Dragonlance timing lined up for Jackie.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Gets a little bit scary once this blink and full Deso comes out. Even just the Desolator alone on Jackie, of course. Take a team fight into taking Roshan. It's the way to go. Having some issues in keeping consistent lockdown onto Armel. He is very slippery. Armel takes the water rune of Mac. It's kind of daft.
The rune of
Very daft decision, Jackie. Hiding away with his little traps as they will try to make a move. Roll out from Mac onto Ponyo. There are 4 heroes here, guys. A bot even showing up. Hookshot onto the side, trying to stop FBZ, but it's not going to be enough. Doom up onto a bot. They clear out Joel. They try to impart. Tims does manage to get blown up by a bot, but they'll find a bot in the end, and the egg does pop on. Cox needs to find a way out of here. Does have a TP available, but needs more spacing done. Chains out. Armel stalling for time. And looks like he will give Cox the distance he needs to bail. TP coming in. FBZ, not going to be able to find it. So a 2 for 1, a 3 for 2, actually, in the end of that team fight. But you do manage to kill off a bot. You didn't lose Jackie. And again, this timing into Desolator is just going to be a little bit scary here. It is not going to be feeling good once that Desolator is up and running on this TA. And things start to get a little bit dicey at that point. You know, Jackie's going to be, again, taking a team fight into Roshan. He does opt for the blink first. Might want to just get some repositioning going for himself. A little bit of a smoke out from Kukui's Essence. Mind you, again, the lead for Boom isn't actually that big here. See if they get someone. Tims is spotted out. Hookshot falls short. Said it's Mac to come in with a stun, but there goes the Hex to defend. Snowball forward. A bot stuck in the firing line. Magnusar's going to do a lot of work. A bot doesn't want to be here any longer. Melts the Jiao in the hotspot. And they kill off, and Ponyo gets denied off at the very least. But just lose so much. Joel falling as well. And now a 3K lead for Boom Esports. The side of Kukui's Essence. Just in a rough time right now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Alright, after this game, I'm going to quickly stop stream. Set it back to 1080p and see what quality settings can make there. I think it's the 1440. I think on multi-stream it's just not feasible at all.
Radiant's bottom tower suffered a minor setback.
Maybe if we had a 5090. Haha. Even a 5090, I think. It's just really stressful. Like, I should know better from how rendering works. That it is just not feasible. But you will kill the stream, drop it down to 1080. Apologies, but multi-stream is pretty strenuous. Since I'm multi-streaming from my PC, not from an actual website. I'm using my PC to restream. Like, I'm not using restream.io for anything but Twitch, because my direct Twitch connection sucks. Still 5 to 13. Kukui is still trying to find an angle in to give us that game tree, but a 5k deficit is not easy. Only Mac really suffering here on the side of Boom. Bottom network core, but he's not too far behind in comparison to Cox. They will be able to pick off on the Phoenix playing solo top. That is the wards being dropped for that kill, though. So, some utility being forced out for a Phoenix kill. And one thing you don't want to see from Jiao is fluent performance. Look, I had the 3900X as well. Like, more cores don't help. I don't think these even like multi-threading. Armel wanting to make a play onto Mac, but he's got protection of Tims. What timings are we looking for? One part away for Jackie into the Deso. You've got the Sanj and Yasha coming in here for FBZ. Some durability up front. And a little bit of a smoke out as 3 with Mac and 2 supports. They see that little creep. They got the traps going. They get the good stun out onto Joel. Cluster Clock Hex not going to save. Secondary Cluster Clock not going to save as well. So a nice little support pickup. Not the biggest in the world. Not going to be able to get too much out. But again, it's just a matter of waiting. Once this Deso is up, you got the Shard up as well. Jackie's going to be feeling extra happy. You do have this Blink up on Cox. And he does have a Kaya. So you can just blink up, try to blow someone up in the tree line. That's where some spice starts to come in. The mid-tier one still stands here as well for the side of Kukui's Essence. That's holding back Boom Esports just a tad bit. And looking for some aggressive plays coming out here.
Radiant's top tower is in trouble.
Roll out. Trying to catch a bot, but not going to be able to do so. He does have his Ags, as we've seen. Can be very, very annoying to play into that. No, he pumps in. He gets doomed up. They missed the roll, but they'll get everything else, and a bot is just gone. A little bit surprised that a bot was willing to play that for a 4 there. Very, very curious about that one. Hook shot does connect onto Mac. They're trying to blow him up to drop the egg. And the wards. Egg does look protected. It's going to not quite survive. Enough attack speed coming in. They find 2 for the trouble. And great hook shot out from Ponyo does set things up there. So again, Kukui's Essence keeping themselves in the game, but all of these fights are happening without Jackie joining in. There's that Tetsu up. Time to get some charges up for this TA. Time to look for a fight into the Roshan. We'll see once the respawns are in if they find that opportunity. Zhao as well really needs a shard. You go for hotspot, you have to have that shard.
Deceptive rune of invisibility.
We'll see if that's going to be a priority out for him. Kukui's Essence trying to look for a smoke. They will catch out Tim's. Hexed up, can't get the snowball. And the Sunray is just not enough healing. And Kukui's Essence now. Starting to find their chickens in order. Is that the idiom? Starting to put their eggs in order? Is that it? Something like that. You've got the shard up in Jackie, so the trap silence can actually do a lot of work here. But I feel like Boom's just been kind of a little bit too fragmented. Like, you have to play off of this TA timing. You can't afford to just sit back and farm at this point. Like, TA can kind of keep up scale with a bristle, but it's mildly challenging. Go for the Tormentor instead. Jackie probably going to go for the double refraction. And he will. Trying to get the BKB done on Max. Protection is going to go a long way as Tormentor will just fall. Double meld on hand. And a free shard for Zhao. That's the big one. That's the one we were looking for. Sunray on egg with a hotspot. Can do quite a fair bit of work. But guess what Kukus are planning to do? It looks like they could try for Roche if a bot was around. They are camping the area. They're ensuring that if Roshan were to come from Jackie, they would be very well aware. They see the traps as well by the Lotus Pool. And Boom still wanting to play the waiting game, but their lead has disappeared. From a maximum of like a 4K lead down to just around 2K. 2 to 3K. They'll smoke out now. That one's not quite spotted by the ward yet. And the side of Kukui is actually back off from there. A little bit curious about that one. Looked like they were setting up for it. Does look like Boom Esports will be able to snag this one away nice and fast. Although Kukui's Essence are starting to now make their way forward. Like this movement's just slightly unoptimized and awkward. Don't smoke out though. Forward ward from the side of Boom can spot, but they need someone to break. Scan is there. Rocket Flare will come in. They are well aware. Mac gets the roll, isolates out, kicks back onto a bot, and they've got the entrapment, they've got the doom. They've blown up that big source of damage. The egg gonna be alive for now. It does pop. Joel did drop the ward, trying to find Jackie, but they just find more kills instead. As Joel is set to fall, Armel, the sole survivor, and even he's not surviving for long. Punched up in the air. Silence was there, and a full team wipe for the side of Boom Esports, as they will still come back and clear out Roche. They take that lead back up to 5K, 9 to 20. And Mac and FBZ. I mean, that kickback into the Doom, providing that opening. And I get the confidence for this ward here, but they didn't have info here. They didn't have this information in this area. And the punishment is severe from the side of Boom Esports. Side of Boom now in control of this game. What more could you ask for? Aegis up on Jackie. FBZ doing God's work. Mac finally lining up his shots. Efren Batarreyes Jr. The Billiards King is online.
Radiant's bottom tower isn't looking so great.
And off they go. Nice and safe gameplay. Sieging onto tier 2. Amp damage from Mac.
Tower is under attack.
What else we got? Going for the Yules here on Zhao to save himself. Try to get some better positions for the egg if he is caught out front. Stall for time. Still the tier 1 mid. That is so curious. Boom has not been able to take that. Tier 2 bot still being held back a little bit, but Jackie should eventually find us. And so, someone's got to take care of that mid, please. Go for the mid. Meanwhile, the side of Kukui's Essence, again, they're still building up. Going for the BKB and Armel. Very important up against the trap silences coming in. TP coming into FBZ. Not going to be able to get that Doom off. Instead, they camp the Remnant. Armel will still be able to run away, but Ponyo is going to be stuck. Still manages to get the Remnant out. Armel getting remagnetized though. They want this kill. Can they get the roll? Can they get enough damage? Not quite. Armel gets the TP away. They get the Doom off instead onto a bot. And Cox now forced to fight this one out. The egg pops right in the nick of time. His Ags is helping quite a fair bit with all that EHP, but not enough for the barriers. As Cox will fall. Mac bouncing back into this game. 10-4-10. We'll find a regen rune to pass over onto Jackie as well. 9-23, an 8k lead coming out for Boom Esports.
Radiant's middle tower is in trouble.
Got the cracked mic going. I think it's so weird because I feel like sometimes the microphone's soft and then suddenly it's just loud. I have the compressor on as well. That's kind of wild. Alright, I dropped the mic volume just a tad bit, just so we're not peaking too hard. But Kukui's things are starting to look southbound, and Boom Esports, they woke up on the right side of bed today. Maybe those Kukuis, maybe they stayed up a little bit late streaming. Early morning lower bracket game does not bode well. And looking like we will get that repeat of Boom up against Talon on the on the grand finals. If we get a pause from Ponyo. Lag issues, probably. Get the go-ahead as well.
Good to go.
Homing in.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Get a bit of that siege going.
Radiant's top tower is in trouble.
Top tier 2 gone. High ground opening up. A minute and a half in the Aegis here for Jackie. Still the fresh BKB on hand as well.
Bottom tower is in trouble.
What are you scared of here on the side of Boom? Not much. Blink forward. Cox wanting to just try to scuttle away. We'll get Infernal Bladed down just a tad bit. Bot tier 2 being pressured. They're trying to split push with the Shaman wards. Looks like they'll be able to run off with Joel and Armel in that one. As Jackie actually goes all the way back.
Radiant's middle tower isn't looking so great.
So it looks like they're not going to get the high ground with the Aegis. A minute left, not enough time. But they've gotten themselves a huge lead here on Boom. 26 minutes in, 10k lead. You've got the Yules coming out for Tims. You've got the full Shivas almost done here on FBZ. And Mac with his own Shivas. Double Shivas is kind of fine considering where Mac positions himself in these fights. Not necessarily right next to FBZ. Dive forward to get the Yules out. Isolatingly a bot. The roll does not connect. They've got the damage flying in. They've got the Doom out as well. Force staff onto the high ground. A bot still safe for now, but for how long? It doesn't feel like it's going to be long enough. A bot will eventually mount. The hook shot into the backline. Ponyo can't stall for time. 2 kills coming out here for Mac. As his Magnetize just reaches far enough. And troubles abound for the side of Kukui's Essence. Boom Esports. Man, looking a lot more cohesive here this morning. On to that bot tier 3. Aegis did expire, but a bot's gone for 20. Enough time to play poke and drop that to at least half HP. Shiva's done now for FBZ. On the side of Kukui's Essence, I mean, they need their own BKBs up. Armel really needs one to feel safe. Need one on Cox as well. It's just not there. Again, off the back of a slower lane for Cox. Hasn't had the most meaningful impact on that Timb. In fact, Cox TP's right, blinks right on top of them. Gets healed up, so his axe is just gone. Still trying to run. Infernal Blade again, crapping out Cox. He's just gone. Ponyo is dead as well. Joel set to fall next. The egg being dropped onto a bot, who is managing to run away for now, but will not be caught out. So 2 kills instead. Even Joel managing to run away there. The cluster clock kicking in. But 9-28. 13k advantage for the side of Boom Esports as Jackie's working onto a Silver Edge for another source of break here. Dive out, the Yules to isolate. They don't manage to cancel the dive though, with the threat of Joel coming in, but in fact, Joel could be the one in danger. Punch out from Tim's. And Joel does not have the passive ready in time. Armel, looking for a way out now, is going to be able to just run his way to safety. But another set of losses out for Kukui, stalling for time as best as they can. But this win condition they have on a bot, just, it's not there. Going back for the BKB now. But it's the Doom that's going to be causing issues. FBZ and Mac have just had a target painted on the back of a bot. Take that tier 2 mid. All of the high ground now opening up here for the side of Boom Esports. In fact, they're trying to go for Armel. Does have a remnant out. Yules stall. Can he make it out? No, great timing on the snowball, but not just a little bit too quick. FBZ not around for that Doom. Armel does manage to bail out. Boom Esports also very well aware of that Roche respawn, as they do have the TA on hand. They know it's going to be half a minute until we see that timer. Shadow Blade up for Jackie. Full Silver Edge still a ways off. Could be looking at fun times once that's up, though. Hex out onto Mac, but look at that healing for the hotspot. And you just can't touch him as he rolls forward. They want to look for some counterplay. Side of Kukui's Essence has managed to back off, though. In the back line, though, Joel. Just in the wrong spot at the wrong time, and Jackie gets the cleanup. There's that BKB for a bot. It's something. Feeding out these ward kills as well. No micro out from Joel to deny. And everything going to Jackie, accelerating that Silver Edge as they do get the jump forward. Tim's will fall for his hubris here, but the shards block onto a bot is quite nice. Can they find Ponyo? Sentry drop down. Do manage to get Magtize, and Ponyo is dead. They still have the Doom ready. Can they make this play onto a bot? FBZ wants to. Gets the Doom off. The BKB flies on. And a bot is going to be able to run away, but can he get healed up? Using his back to prevent too much damage from flying in. It is enough, though. Bot's dead. No buyback with that BKB buyout. And now Boom Esports can go for that endgame. 10-32, 16k lead. They got the Hex out, but the BKB's instant from FBZ. The Egg's dropping as well for coverage here, as they can't kill off Jackie. Joel's to fall. Egg dodge out from Armel, but Armel and Cox against the world. Fortify is there, and somehow Boom Esports are backing off. Mac isn't in the area. So they're not going to be able to go high ground, maybe expecting a buyback on a bot ready. And again, not having Egg, not having Doom could also be awkward here. So they play it safe. Roshan, they're going to see in 20 seconds as well. Remember, with that TA innate, they know exactly when Roche is back up. And Roche to be taken by Boom, nice and quick. Again with TA, always well aware. We got the Roche banner coming in for them as well. Simplified a high ground siege. Got the full Octarine up for FBZ. Lower cooldown Doom available. Down to just 90 seconds, a minute and a half when they have to wait in between fights. Secondary life for Jackie. Banner given to Tim's. And the Wisdom Rune FVZ going back for it. There's that Silver Edge for Jackie, so another source of break on hand. And they'll go for the Tormentor first. Smoke out from Kukui's Essence. Might find some stragglers down below, though. Tim's. Not the most attractive target, but the one they'll have to go for as he does get his shard and he's blown up. Big kill, though, in terms of net worth swing over that one pick off on the support. 452 plus 764, 1,200 gold. That's how far behind you are right now on the side of the Kukuis. You'll take what you can get. Boom Esports, though. Cool, calm, and collected. Going on Octarine on Mac. Zhao looking for the refresh. Jackie for himself, just a swift blink left. And he's pretty much fully slotted up unless he wants to backpack the BKB every now and again. Again, an 18k advantage here for the side of Boom. As do manage to catch up Joel again. Just a little bit too far out. FBZ will find that last tick. The high ground has still been kept safe here from the side of Kukuis, but it does feel like we're one fight away from everything being gone.
Dire's top tower isn't looking so great.
It's a rough time right now for the side of Kukui's Essence. The Sea and Red Bristleback just not doing enough. High ground will commence once more. Age is still up for 3 minutes here. Nothing to stop Jackie from this one. Tier 3 will fall. Rax opens up. Range Rax does not take too long. And they drop the banner as well just to ensure. Cock just coming in trying to be disruptive, but the Yules is there to cancel off that Ags again. BKB's popped on. Mac coming in with Magnetize. Mac against the world, but he is forcing them back. And the BKB on Cox is wasted. Rack still set to fall. FBZ zoning them out with the Shivas. Joel just looking for some pesky hexes, but one hit, 2 hits, almost blowing him up with a meld. FBZ, or rather, Jackie gets the break onto a bot, and they will just retreat after the racks. Very disciplined gameplay here from the side of Boom, but no, a bit of a fake back. They smoke up, looking for an angle back in. Tim's acting as that front line bait, will be healed up, does have the Yules as well. Jumping forward, trying to blow out this Tusk. No snowball. So Tim's will fall, but a bot, can he make his way out to safety? It looks like he will be able to do so with the BKB. Still, Egg does drop on. Doom dropped onto Cox. He does have buyback. But that is Doom down. Jackie still hanging onto the Aegis. Will lose it. Armel clears that out. And Armel doing God's work here. Keeping them in the game. Kukui's Essence, he does drop it back in. They want to take care of Jackie when he doesn't have that protection. Without the Doom as well, without that break. A bot is starting to do some work. Jackie just forced the BKB TP away. And FBZ does have to refresh, but is going to die. So Kukui's Essence, with some well-played fights, with forcing that Doom out onto Cox, they managed to keep themselves in this game. They get a big kill on FBZ as well. It does cost them the buyback on Cox. They've got some time to try to repair some lanes. Mind you, I don't see them pushing into tier 2s or high ground anytime soon. So the side of Boom Esports still very secure. Rat Skim, I'm not sure what's going on. I think it's from me switching the encoder too much. Let me refresh my Twitch just to see. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I overloaded it. I'm going to reset the stream right after this game. Cox getting caught out. This is a dieback if he's gone, and he looks to be Yules up as the axe turns on. BKB just to get away. The kickback is there from Tim's. Cox looking for an angle out. Is not going to be able to find it. Looks like BKB again still keeping him alive, but another punch out from Tim's, and that's a dieback on the Timber Saw. Side of Boom Esports. Starting to get full control here. You get the Hex out, but they do manage to lock in big one. Tim's and Jackie. In fact, Jackie does die. They're isolating away. FBZ still respawning up. They're forcing these fights without the Doom. And they find a weakness here on the side of Kukui's Essence. Mind you, they don't have Cox. But with Armel and a bot, there is some presence here. FBZ is back up and he has that double Doom.
Dire buildings are fortified.
Looking for the angle. Wanting that slow, but it's going to be enough to scare them off. And they should be able to get the deny on that tier 2 at some point anyhow. Refresh up now for Zhao as well. This is buying us so much time for that respawn on Cox on that dieback. At least you do have that going for you here. But their life on the line here.
The Dire are falling back from their tower up top.
Qualifier lives on the line for the side of Boom Esports, or rather for the side of Kukui's Essence.
Dire's middle tower is
Bloodstone
under attack.
finally accomplished here on a bot. As long as he doesn't get doomed, we'll be fine. As a Lotus Orb as well. A bit more armor, a bit more durability, but the pinks are coming out. They want a bot. Roll. Mac. Looking for the angle in. He needs one more roll, but bot's just a little bit too far now.
Dire's top tower
Miss out on
is
that
under attack.
opportunity. Next rush in a minute 20. With the TA, again, Boom Esports should be well aware when that respawn timer will be able to get themselves in position for that objective. The side of Kukui's. I think the only thing that can save them is this Lincolns that you are trying to build up on Armel, and just kind of enmassing Lincolns is the way to go. Looks like Cox is going to have his own Lincolns up and running, but at least is close to it. If not the refresh, he bought out both recipes. What is it flying out here, dear Cox? It's just his tier 4. And yeah, Lincoln stacking is going to win them the game, it does feel like. Just have to reach that point. And FVZ will have double doom. There's a lot of things to break those Lincolns though. But mad props to Team Kukui's. Kukui's Essence have managed to hold on. Like, they only lost 1 Rax. They've lost into 2 Aegises already. And they're still managing to find some angles, managing to find some punishment here. Onto the side of Boom Esports. They're getting the slow and steady split push from Joel. Looking for a tier 2 to take with these wards just consistently being dropped. Finding some farm for himself. As the Blink and Force Staff now on the Shadow Shaman. Limzent, Twitch is having an issue with my stream. I'm going to reset the stream right after. I tried to go for a 1440p stream, but apparently with my RTMP setup, it's a little bit stressful for the PC. Roshan in a minute, and the side of Boom already starting to set up. They've got the wards already set. They're going to be focusing in on shoving in bot, getting the super creeps in. There's that 1 Lincoln's up now for Cox. Next Lincoln's for Armel. Not too far off, but still some time necessary here. And that's where the game gets interesting. And that's where the game gets really interesting, doesn't it? Like, again, you have to worry about these Lincoln pops. Lack of Merienda episodes. Low-key Sykes. Actually, I'll be uploading one of the teasers later. I think I'm just done. I think I'm just going to toss it out.
Dire's middle tower is in trouble.
We'll have a little bit of a snippet. Roll out. You manage to get control onto a bat, and he doesn't have the Lincolns in time. We'll get Glimmer Cape saved out. Refresh out onto Cox as well. Cox going to be dying back one more time. They managed to get the egg protection off. So Armel will be able to bail out, but Joel's gone as well. A bot does manage to survive on a sliver of HP. Mac will get the rock kick to clean things up. Now onto more. Ponyo gone. Onto the high ground. They're not going to go for the Roche. They want to end this game on the side of Boom. They need their creeps to come in. They force the buyback onto 1. Armel and Joel sole defense right now. Buyback option available on a bot. They know Double Doom's down.
Radiant's middle tower
It's only
is under
50
attack.
seconds away for FBZ.
The Radiant
Your window has to be a little bit sharp.
Radiant's middle tower is in trouble.
Tier 3 just falling out. Buyback on a bot. Get the Hex out onto Mac. They're getting the backline move. Great chains out, but the egg is back up here on Zhao. Trying to keep that control onto Armel. The punch up is there. The egg pops and Armel's gone. Forced to buy back now as well. Can they clean up? They're starting to drop low. Tim's should be able to go. Well, a bot doesn't have to worry about Doom for a few more seconds. TP away from FBZ. He's going to be able to make it out. Zhao left for the Wolves. Will be the one sacrifice. Is stalling for time. Nice. He will die with no buyback. But that was 2 big buybacks forced out from the side of Kukuis. On Armel. And a bot. And Joel.
Double damage.
Roshan is available for the side of Boom, but that could easily swing back to the side of Kukui's Essence now. Like, this is dangerous. You still maintain a 29k lead. You do have the wards. Well, you did have the ward watching Roshan, but only the obs now. No traps as well from Jackie. They've got to make that run into Roshan. Doom is available on FBZ. Refresh a few seconds away. Cannot afford to give this objective out. Aegis, Banner, Refresh, Cheese. And a bot does have the damage to eventually get this done. Bumping up into that area. No Phoenix Egg to worry about here, but the Doom is ready. The double Doom is set. This is all down to FBZ. Not like he has a blink. Mac will roll in. Cop with everything for his team. Hookshot's great in holding back FBZ first. They already lose Ponyo. Can they find a Doom? No. Aegis out on Armel. Big one being found. FBZ can't quite get that Doom off. They're trying to keep track of Armel. Mansion and trap him. They killed off Joel on the side to get the first Doom off. And that first life is going to go. No remnants left for the Ember. They have a secondary ready to go here from FBZ. Is he going to just go for the Doom? Does manage to get the silence, does manage to get the stun. Holding on to that second Doom for now. They will find it and they'll kill off Armel. They'll kill off Cox. The GG is called. Boom Esports take themselves a nice and simple 2-0 over Kukui's Essence. And for the Kukui's Essence lads, it was a great qualifier run. They showed up a little bit, fell flat to Talon, and now falling flat to the side of Boom Esports. Rather unfortunate for the boys on the side of Kukui's Essence, but great showing out from Boom Esports. You know, it looked a little bit rocky yesterday when they played up against Chicken and Friends. It looked like after that game 1, you know, a lot of things had to be repaired, but Boom do manage to repair a dominant game 2 here. And a very dominant game 1 as well. A clean sweep for the side of Boom Esports as they'll go into the final boss of Southeast Asia, Talon Esports, waiting in those grand finals. And let me tell you, FBZ played insanely well. This bristleback pickup into Doom. I don't know if you can do that, man. Like, you have to first phase Doom ban, and they just don't do that on the side of Kukui's. Armel does a great, fantastic job on that Ember, of course, in that matchup against the Earth Spirit. Not an easy time for Mac. And he was keeping his team in the game for a long time. It's just not enough. We'll take a short break. We'll restart the streams as we are having issues with our Twitch. But we will reset the streams. Come back in. Yeah, it's the bitrate. It's on the OBS capture. I think it's just the fact that it's trying to pump out 1440p. So we'll drop that back down to 1080, and I think that should correct. We'll take a short break. We'll reset the stream, and we'll catch you guys in about a minute. Thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned for Talon up against Boom Esports in short.